We have some new information tonight on what led a home to fall off of a trailer as it was being transported to a different location. We first told you about this story last week. It caused traffic to back up for over 3 hours in Edinburg. Channel 5 News has learned that the problem was with the house, but there may also be some issues with the permits. Now, if you are planning to move your home, there are some important steps that you need to take. And if you fail to do so, you could end up being fined. Channel 5's Gabriela Garza joins us with more.
Homeowners need to get certain permits before they begin their move. First, you need to know if you're moving within city limits or into the county.
We found the home stuck in the middle of Terry Road and mile 17 in Edinburg. We tried to contact the homeowners. We were unable to get a hold of them. We were able to make contact with Luna's house mover, the company in charge of moving that home last Wednesday. We asked Miguel Angel Luna, an employee, what caused the breakdown.
The beam broke.
This home was supposed to be moved outside of city limits. That means they needed to get their permits through Hidalgo County. When asked whether the company had the correct permits for the job, Luna said,
I don't know because I didn't want to go work that day. But I think they did.
Luna went on to tell us getting permits to move your home is entirely up to the homeowner. We went to find out more from TJ Arredondo, the director of planning for Hidalgo County.
One of the things that is required is to obtain a development permit from the county. And what that does is ensures that the lot that's being utilized has water and wastewater. It is in a non-flood zone. If it does happen to be in a flood zone, that there are additional steps that are taken to prevent flooding of the home.
Luna says sometimes customers will forego permits. He says it's because they are too expensive. Arredondo tells us differently.
There isn't a cost for the application, there's only a cost, and it's a minimal cost. It's $30 to obtain the permit.
We spoke to Adam Shavitz, Public Information Officer, Government and Strategic Communications Division for the Texas Department of Motor Vehicles. He says there are a number of permits the moving transport company is required to obtain. He agrees the homeowners are responsible for the county development permit if they are moving outside of city limits. If within city limits, then the homeowner would need to communicate with his city's planning and zoning department. We spoke to Hugo Zuniga. His company is a member of the Texas Association of Structural Movers.
When it comes to a city, if we're moving, say, from the county into a city or within the city, then first the homeowner needs to get approval by the planning department, the city inspector, to see if they approve that house to be moved into their lot.
We contacted the city of Edinburg to see what their guidelines were for moving a home into city limits. Irma Garza, Director of Public Relations, tells us that homeowners needed to get a facility inspection on their home. That costs $25. Once that process is done and approved, homeowners must get a building permit. That fee starts at $15 and goes up depending on the value of the home.
Anytime that I have to use a state-maintained road, I have to obtain a text dot moving permit.
Shavitz tells us the moving company must also obtain a house move permit from TxDOT if they are traveling on a state-maintained road.
Whoever's moving the home is solely responsible for all liability. Be it if you hit a car, knock down a mailbox, hook on wires and pop them, it's responsibility of driver.
Zuniga tells us sometimes it can be costly to move a home, but taking a shortcut could result in a damaged home as well.
If you are planning to move your home, contact the planning department in the city where you're moving to or the county. They should always be your first call. In the Channel 5 News studio, Gabriela Garza, Channel 5 News at 10:30.
We do have one more note to Gabriela's story. If you're looking for a local certified home mover, just log on to Texas Association of Structural Movers. That site is texashousemovers.com.